My name's Darcy and this is Sprocket.
My name is Tess and this is Smalls.
And this is our Airstream Rangeline van tour. Sprocket's gonna tell you the tour. Ready, go. Smalls, get out of there.
Just our handy spot where we keep the stuff we want to grab the most. I do sometimes hang the wet towel here from the kitchen, but either there or the tap, depends. But we've got a muddy buddy for the dogs to wash their paws. You just fill it with water and then put their paws in. Then we've got their poo bags and treat bag that we take on every walk. Leashes, Darcy's bike keys, Crocs, lovely. Dog brushes, toothbrushes for the dogs, toothpaste, nail clippers, that kind of stuff. Then we've got just my shoes down at the bottom there.
We also have things like flashlight, and we also have our level in here. So we usually will just throw that up there, spin it around and see how we're doing. Right now we're not level at all.
There's another switch in here for the outside light and master lights. You can turn all your lights on from there as well.
Another cool little spot is underneath the seats here. This is like our roadside emergency kit where it's got booster cables and a flare as well as a tire pressure checker. And we just keep that under the seat. It's actually a pretty big area if Tess puts the camera there. But essentially that's a pretty big area to go unused in such a small space, so every little spot matters. Underneath we have this very spacious cupboard, and we just essentially put camera gear. So I got my drone, my lens, and my stabilizer on that side, which I haven't even used my stabilizer once yet. And then we got a vacuum, a lint brush, toilet cleaning supplies, and a bunch of cleaning supplies, plus our mini tiny broom, which is the best broom ever. I don't know how it's gonna go back in here. Tess usually does this. But essentially you just kind of fit it in because it's hard to see and deal with, but it's a big drawer. Honestly, I wish they had some sort of access here. The plug-in over there is very difficult to like plug anything into, and I'm just a skinny young whippersnapper, so I think they should have put that plug over here or on this side here, because it just kind of sucks over there. So that's our little tour of our under cupboard. And we don't really use the table movement this way. We do use the spinny outy thing, the it's a grower not a shower thing. Other than that, this is pretty much where Smalls sleeps all of the time. So we put her bed and all her toys, and she just cuddles right up with all of it all of the time.
Okay, in our doors, we always have a water bottle. We've got wet wipes for the dogs because sometimes their feet or butts get dirty, you never know. There's a thermocell, and then we have sunscreen and bug spray in this baggie. There's also Gorilla Tuck tape because our panel's falling off the side, so that's what's on it. And we have a random toolkit like screwdrivers, scotch tape, Gorilla Glue, anything you could want is in this bag. Command hooks, I don't know, it should be in the back, but it's in there. In this cubby, we've got some GoPro stuff, we've got charging cables, and our bike cards for all the mountains, and all the sunglasses you could want. And we have more sunglasses down here. These cases don't fit up there. I've got a scrunchie. I have these literally everywhere. Lotion, and more charging cables. And more GoPro stuff, because there's GoPro stuff as... Darcy has as much GoPro stuff as I have hair stuff, so...
It's a fair trade-off.
Yeah.
We're always charging and always dead batteries at the same time, so... Another cool little spot is underneath here. It's actually quite an area. So you have all that area and you can put, I don't know, you just keep shoving stuff in. And there's actually, it's a lot of space in there. So we use it all the time. So when we're not moving, I throw my camera bag here because it is a big camera bag and it is quite annoying to pack around. And when it's in the way, it's quite frustrating. It's very heavy. So we put it right in front here when we're stopped. And like Tess said, we always have a water bottle. I always have hand sanitizer here because I'm always filling up the gas tank. In this drawer, or in this cubby, I don't really have much. I have wet wipes, which is empty. In this drawer, I don't really have much. I have an extra phone in case I break my iPhone. I have some dude wipes just to keep clean if I get my hands dirty. And then I have a bunch of magnetic GoPro mounts. And that's it. I usually put up like 8 water bottles in there, or GoPros or cameras. They kind of just sit in there while we're driving around.
So as you can tell, we don't totally utilize every space, and it's hard with 2 dogs. We have a lot of dog stuff and just random stuff because of them. So this is as good as we've got it right now. Every day it's changing. And yeah, I'm sure if we did this again in like 4 months, it'd be totally different.
So we have these really cool dog bowls. They do take up a lot of space, but it's a non-spill bowl, more or less. So if it's jiggling around a lot, it doesn't, water's not going all over the sides. So we think it's worth it. We also, our dog food bowl is this one. It's made out of old recycled tires, and it's a wicked little bowl. So I'm gonna show you my drawer, and I like to keep anything like socks and underwear and t-shirts in here because they're the most frequently changed. Like, I'm changing my socks and my t-shirt and my underwear daily, so I like to have that on my first spin because when the bed is made, I don't have to reach too far. So this is all sweaters, pants, workout clothes that I don't use so much. Obviously, I'm working all the time. But yeah, we kind of just collected some bags. Like, this is my underwear bag, sock bag, and t-shirt bag, as well as some stuff gets laid down in here nice and flat so it doesn't take up too much room. So yeah, I like to just put it in here, kind of shove it in there. And with these bags, it makes it nice that it's not just falling out, and then it kind of stacks up. And then yeah, so whenever we need to get out of the camper and go, I don't know, wherever we're going, we can just grab, like 6 bags and away we go. We're not packing it all. It's already all packed, ready to go. And this is our laundry bag. She's getting pretty full.
Mine are basically the same as Darcy's. I've just got my little bags. So same idea. We each have 2 cupboards over the bed and do with them what we please.
And then if you guys have AirPods, they have magnets and they stick nicely to the top there. When you're driving and stuff, it's not like moving around, it's just stuck right to it. But it doesn't charge. There's no wireless charging on the top, just so you know. The only thing that's wirelessly charging is your phone or whatever you put in here.
There is a little USB port on the bottom of there, and you also have some under here if you ever have to charge. And you can even spin this if you want to watch a video or something on your phone, say, but it's pretty small. In this cupboard, we've got our melatonin. We usually put it down here when we're not driving. Kleenex box. We've got a bunch of teas. Darcy has his coffee, his French press. We've got our kettle up here. We've got some stuff you mix in water, like energy stuff. And yeah, that's about the gist of that.
And we also have to plug in our microwave or our oven in here.
And in our microwave, which we use once in a while, but not very often, we keep our shower kits, makeup, that kind of stuff. It's just a cupboard to us, basically. Friend's daughter drew us our van and our dogs. Beautiful. We love it. So it's up on the fridge. And then we got these magnets in Oregon, and they don't stick like the best. Like, this fridge isn't super magnetic, so we have the good magnets holding the other magnets up. Inside our fridge, it's not super organized right now, but we've got chocolate bars, garlic, drinks, this just so it doesn't smell so much, sauces. Freezer's probably empty. There might be ice cream in there, I don't know. Just whatever, cheese, leftovers, some drinks, cherries. That's kind of our fruit drawer, but it's usually just apples. Yeah, not a lot of stuff, but it's kind of healthy. We're doing okay. In this drawer is basically just my my stuff, my face stuff, toothpaste, toothbrush, hairbrush, lotions, just kind of a medicine cabinet type drawer. This originally had a dog water bowl and food bowl, but they'll never get their water if it's in a drawer. It just seemed kind of impractical to us, so we took it out, and their water bowl's just up there. This is our spice cupboard, and we've also got like Tylenols and stuff up there. And the charging cord for the speaker as well, just so it's close by and handy. This is my Hoya plants. It doesn't come across the border with us, but otherwise if we're just in Canada and know we're not going anywhere, it hangs out. I've got some wet wipes and paper towel and a dish rag. These are the reusable paper towel-y raggy things, just to be kind of eco-conscious. We've got some hand soap, disinfecting spray, or what's it called? Antibacterial spray, whatever. And then I've got some candles that I love too, and I light them every once in a while. Usually when Darcy's not here and I want to relax. We've got a drying mat for our dishes. Dish brush. These you can replace the head on, so super cool. Some fruit and veggie spray to wash them, and dish soap. Usually the towel is here because this tap will drip anytime after you use it. If it's wet, I just hang it over top of here, but otherwise it just sits here and we push the tap over there so it doesn't drip on the cutting board. This is our sink, cutting board, whatever. This is a step to get on the bed, and then I've just got like an iPad and a book in there and stuff right now, and some jewelry, necklaces, whatever. It's just kind of random stuff. And this is our pantry. You always want to make sure nothing's going to fall out on your toes. I'm not going to go through everything we have in there. It's lots of just jars full of stuff and canned stuff and bags of quinoa and whatever. Into the bathroom. Okay. Our sink folds down and the tap folds out. Kind of annoying if you're washing your face, but otherwise it's whatever. I've got like a makeup eraser and a cloth, and then this is our hand towel. We just hang it from the mirror. That's our mirror, shower head, toilet. We installed 2 hooks here to hang our towels. It's just these little command hooks, just because they don't have any hooks or anything to put anything in here really. This is our shower caddy. We can take it in if we go shower at a truck stop or a park or something like that. We've also got these wipes that you can shower with instead of having an actual shower. Fun stuff.
Oh, it's got 2 sides?
Yeah, there's a magnifying one.
Oh, there's 2 sides to the mirror, everybody. 2 sides.
Darcy just figured out there's 2 sides. You got your regular side and your magnifying side.
Oh, look, it's me.
And then once it's away, I just tuck our hand towel back in there.
Very nice. I am 5'10", and this is how close I am to the top of this thing. And this is me kind of standing with a little bit of posture, but I'm 5'10", so that's the roof height.
False drawer. This is our utensils and just like everything that you could need. This, we have plates, bowls, storage containers, my shaker cup, oven mitt holders, whatever, just for hot things. We also have the microwave plate and this thing in there too, but we never pull it out. We just throw it in the microwave and it spins on the little thing. This is our pots and pans drawer, and I have a magic bullet for making sauces or smoothies. If you've been on our channel before, you know that I make a lot of quinoa or rice in this rice cooker or anything. It's about 6 cups, I think, and it's amazing. It's like a little crock pot. I put paper towels between the pot and pan just because they rattle. I also have one in my shaker cup, a paper towel shoved in there because it will rattle down the road. And there's a bee in here.
Whoa!
This is our cooktop. We just pull it out, put it on the counter. We keep our sharp knives in there too. We've got a whole set. Cups, teacups, shaker cups. This is a jar I make overnight oats in. Mugs. This is our garbage, and we keep poop bags here for the dogs so that we can just grab and go. And then we also have extra garbage bags. And that is our kitchen.
We do have these hooks here on this. These come with the unit. We just usually put our jackets or our towels there. They're always falling onto the ground because these hooks kind of suck, honestly. If you have the ability to have like the strap, then they work pretty good. But other than that, if it's just on there, it doesn't work that good. These are our old jackets for fires and stuff. Here's where we put our cover for our big window. We just kind of roll it up and shove it in the seat here, which works really good. Tess has her hat that she never wears.
Yeah, I wore that the other day.
Here we have these two cupboards. One is mine, and I have a bunch of diabetic stuff in it, plus a bunch of GoPro mounts and stickers, and I don't know, it's pretty much my junk drawer for my stuff. And Tess's is pretty much her stuff, but it's all workout stuff, dog drugs, extra headphones, extra cables, protein and workout supplements, and that's pretty much it. Here we have these things. Well, we usually don't keep anything in here while we're on the move. It's usually when we stop, we'll put some stuff, but we just have these little bags there where we put our cables and stuff. We'll keep those in there. Papers or whatever. Everything falls off everywhere.
It usually falls on Smalls in her bed and then she gets up.
Well, she's just not in her bed.
Yeah.
And these bench seats are actually quite comfy. Usually it's literally full of everything. Like, it's kind of just the spot, because when we're on the move, if you put it on the table and you hit your brakes at all, everything just flies all over the place. But if you put it on the bench seat, it's got just enough grip that if you slam on the brakes, it doesn't all fly forward and break. So one plus on the Airstream is they actually put some pretty comfy bench seats in. Everyone complains that these stick out a little bit, but honestly, I don't notice. But it's pretty comfy. You should check out the view where I'm looking right now. Give us a tour of up top.
This is our window cover. We just shove it up there. And then we've got sweaters. We've got our other side window covers we roll up with these little bands. We've got literally like sweaters shoved in here, jackets. I have a yoga mat up here. We've got the Jack tire air compressors up there too. I think that's about it. There's some hats, just a mishmash. I'm not sure if a lot of people know this because it is kind of hidden, but there is a light bar up there. Works good when you're searching for stuff in the dark, and it is a deep cupboard up there, so it's kind of nice to have that.
Tell them what it's called, the alternative name for this cupboard.
We're in a forum, and on that forum they call this the pizza oven because apparently it looks like a pizza oven. I call it the headliner.
I like the pizza oven the best.
Behind the bench we have our Airstream manuals and the stuff that was included with the purchase. There's a dog bag on top of that. I'm not going to pull everything out because I just shoved it back there and it's hard to get out. I've got a meditation cushion, we've got grocery bags, and then dog towels and our towels, beach towels. This is where we keep our extra towels. There's not a lot in here right now. We've been camping for a little over a week, so we've used a lot of them. And then I also keep a spare set of bed sheets in here, but we currently have them on the bed, or we'll have them on the bed, and our other sets in the laundry bag. So that's just our linen drawer.
This is our first bin here, and this is like kind of our gross bin. Not really gross, but it gets wet all the time. So we put more of our outside stuff in here. So we got some extra bike locks, our shower hose for our outdoor shower, our water fill-up hose. We try to we kind of place it in here so it takes up the least amount of space, or is at least somewhat organized. This is a bottle of Muck Off, which is like a bicycle cleaner. We have some tape, like some Petro tape, just in case we have a fitting that is leaking or whatever. We have our sewer flush hose and our electrical cable. As well, we put some tarp straps in here, and we usually use those in case we gotta tie something down, but also if our bike rack is too loose and floppy, we will tarp strap it to the door hinges. So we like to keep some of those around. Extra dog leashes, some of these things to put less stress on any hose fitting that you are connected to. These actually just came with the filters, so we just keep them around just in case. And some silicone, because just in case you need some silicone. That's pretty much all we have in this bucket. So that's our first box. We have mostly utilities, water hoses, electrical hoses, filters, and then I strap the Starlink satellite and the feet to it, and it works really well. Slides in there nice, nothing rattles around. So we're gonna move on to box number 2. So now we got box number 2. And this one is mostly just for bike stuff. So anything that's mine and related to bicycles, like my pants. So these are the pants I wear over my bike gear, my helmet number 2. So I have my mountain bike helmet and then my BMX helmet, my riding shoes, a wicked Beeline bike park jersey that I wear when I go mountain biking. And then I have like a dry bag for all my bike pads so that the smell doesn't come out, because they do smell. That's kind of like a hockey pad. I like to keep them kind of sealed up in a way so it doesn't stank everything up. The full face helmets and the helmet take up the most room, and because they're hard, it's they don't really like flex into the space very well. So you put those in first, and you gotta shove everything else around those things. So here's our finished product. So yeah, shoes, helmet, bike pads, jersey, and some pants. And usually I carry an extra pair of shoes. I just didn't for this trip. So box number 2 is just full of my gear. And Tess will tell you what's in box number 3. Inside your helmet is always a good place to store stuff as well, because it's got a protective shell around it, and it's just a giant open hole. So you might as well use it. So I usually put either gloves or shorts or goggles. So now I'll put my shorts in there, and then I put it all in the bag, and voila. I don't really know how these bags work that good. And this is something we pretty much take on every single trip, because the entire reason I bought the van was to go biking. And to be in beautiful places like this and be able to have whatever you need, stay here for a few days, get out of town, get back into nature, do whatever. That's what the van life's all about. So now we have box 1, utilities, box 2, bikes for my stuff, and then box 3 is Tess's stuff, plus a little bit extra. And whenever she's ready to come out and explain it, she's gonna come out and explain it. And we got that rug mainly because it feels nice on the feet, but secondary is with dogs and they're tracking in so much dirt. It's good to have like that barrier between the ground and your camper to kind of get rid of most of the other dirt that they collect on their feet and stuff. Like you see Sprocket right now, he was just in the swamp and he's literally just full of crap. So he's definitely not allowed in the camper until he cleans up. And he looks like he's going to the lake right now. Woo! We gotta get the dogs in the water every once in a while because they keep rolling around on all the dirt. One of my favorite features of the van is these molly panels that they put on the back doors. There's just so much versatility. Like we got bungee cords, we got bike tubes. We have these molly panel pouches, just chocked right full of goodies. Like this is all camera gear stuff, like for microphones. As well as I got all my biking gloves in here. I got an extra water bottle for my mountain bike. All my tools that I require in this one. Plus we have these little, I don't know, whatever these things are. Little storage compartments here as well. We put our chairs up here. And yeah, it takes a little bit of time and messing around to get this all figured out, but and it's always kind of changing slightly. Like if I want this here, this there, or whatever, I'm always kind of moving it around and playing with new layouts, which is kind of cool. It's very modular. So that's that door. We'll check out the other door. So this door is pretty much the same. The only difference really on this door is that it doesn't have the handle. Like the other door has the handle. I'll show it to you here. See, the other door has this handle. So you lose this real estate here. But this one doesn't have a handle, but we're not even using that area anyway. But we have our Starlink cable, first aid kit, another chair, GoPro supplies in here. And you can fit a lot of stuff in here. Like we got the dog mount, we got a bunch of mounts. It's all just mounts in here, extra specialized mounts that you don't really use much, but it's good to have. We got extra dog leashes, more bike parts, a life straw just in case I want to try some water just from wherever. Shoelaces, because shoelaces are always good to have. I got extra big wrenches in here for the bike rack, so it's a quick ratchet versus like a hand wrench. And then these ones are mostly just like fastening things. Like I like to use these quite a bit wherever I can anyways, just to keep cables wrapped up, keep cables down and things together. I don't know, whatever you use these things for. I've got a lot of them. The next pouch is literally chocked right full of these things, these little ball and just like a stretchy cable. And they're really, really, really good for wrapping up anything round, like the Starlink cable, the hoses, the electrical cables. They're just super easy in and out. There's no messing around and they hold really well. Here's one for example. So my Starlink power cable is wrapped up in one. So you can kind of see how it catches itself. And I've ordered like 60 of them just in case. And then another feature is that they fit into some of the slots on the MOLLE panel. Like this one here is a little bit bigger of a slot and this one's a little smaller, so I can just take this, boom, just like that, super fast. And I just have a bag literally right full of them. So that's that door. Once again, still working on the layout, and I'll probably, every once in a while, I'll probably pull it all right off and then reorganize it and stuff, so that'll be a forever changing thing. So this is our rear door. So I already explained the MOLLE panels and how we utilize them. We also have a swing away bike rack to get those out the way. So the back door isn't too complicated. We just have some extra 3M like hook things just to hold the Starlink cable and a backpack. The awning retractor stick, it comes like this already, all bolted up nicely. And then we just have our Starlink router. It just chills here, as well as we have our rug that just kind of shoves in there nicely, but I already got it out. And then we just kind of stack our shoes here. Once again, we utilize these like band things, just cheap ones from like Amazon or wherever, to hold our shoes together so that we actually stack them on here to utilize that space. And I do have more hooks and stuff, and we're gonna try to make the best out of this space because it is a good amount of space. And when the door's shut, we do have a little bit of space as well. So that's the rear door. We're gonna open up the garage and put everything away, and then you'll see how it all fits in.
Go, buddy. This is my bin. I don't know what's in it. Okay, I've got a dry bag for on the paddle boards. We just put stuff in that we don't want to get wet, clothes, towels, whatever. The Sprocket's life jacket, because he loves swimming, but he's kind of chunky, so he needs help floating, I guess you could say. This is my life jacket for paddleboarding. It's amazing, actually. We bought them here in Revelstoke, and then you can like put stuff in the pockets. They're kayaking ones, but they work really good for paddleboards. This is Sprocket's harness, self-explanatory. I've got my shower shoes for when we're at nasty gas station showers or somewhere, or campgrounds. You always want to have a pair of shower shoes. Sprocket and small toy. It actually like bounces on its own. It's pretty cool. I don't know why it's in there. And my mountain bike helmet. And in here I've got a jersey, knee pads, my gloves, my goggles. I've got a pair of shorts. I don't normally wear these ones, but I like the Fox ones better. Butt pads, if we ever are pedaling uphill, and another pair of butt shorts. That's it.
So now we'll show you how we get all of that stuff, all 3 bins, plus the paddleboard, plus the BMX bike, into our garage. Plus our dirty laundry bag, plus our dog food. We'll show you how we utilize our little cubby holes here. We probably don't make like the best use of this space yet because we keep having to take it in and out because of the van repairs. So we just kind of have a jumblation of stuff. Tess is gonna pull some out.
We've got a junky frisbee, still comes in handy. Darcy has all this Dexcom stuff, which we're carrying around right now, but we're gonna put it in storage or somewhere. I've got a piece of petrified firewood. I like collecting rocks, and this one's pretty sweet. This is the mesh cover that's supposed to hold things in there. It's just not on.
But it sucks. It's like the worst cover to deal with ever.
It's got like these little...
But if you hook this one up, these ones get shorter. So you gotta dig around in it, and it's kind of annoying, but anywho.
In this, we've got dog toys, bike tires, rags, dog shampoo, aloe vera, thermocell things and a thermocell. This is for the paddleboard electric pump, which we don't even have in here right now. We've got an umbrella, 2 bug sprays, dog nail clippers, hooks, more rags, some gloves, and a dog nail file. Like that, we freed up some space. We've got a razor or like a dog hair clipper set for our dogs. They're pretty fluffy. We have to trim up like their paws and tails and butts a little bit every once in a while, so we just pack that around.
Hey, there's your water bottle.
There's my mountain biking water bottle we were looking for. Now I know where it is. We have a first aid kit. We just have extra band-aids and stuff thrown in there too. Then we've got leveling blocks. I'm not gonna take those out, but oh, Darcy sandals he never wears. We just pack around. There's a common theme here to our stuff.
That's our 2 holes.
Ew. No.
And usually it's always changing depending on where we're going and what we're doing, but most of the time we have just essential backup gear and our leveling blocks and extra shoes or cables or whatever goes in there. So they do have these storage areas on the back of this, or on the front, I guess, of this thing. We usually just put like our phones, or like Tess puts her Kindle or her books in there. We don't really use it for permanent storage. So we're gonna show you how we put all the stuff into the garage, and then we'll build our bed. So we put our utilities first thing in the door, and it's the easiest to access. It kind of does suck every time you need it. It is quite the process to get it out, especially with the BMX in there. And usually there's like some other stuff on it, but we try to keep it better. Next up is the bike. And it has to be put on top of the box so that the paddleboard can fit in. And then my tire usually just kind of sit there so it doesn't rattle too much. And then it kind of depends what we're doing. I'll either put the box on the bottom or the paddleboard on the bottom, but right now I'm gonna put the paddleboard on the bottom. And you gotta kind of snipe it. Just like that. And then because I go biking all the time, bike gear is on the top, and that's pretty much the garage. We have a little bit of extra room. I usually put my bike locks in here if I'm not using them. Starlink goes there. It's not that pretty, but it works really well. So now we're gonna put the bed down and build that, but we're not gonna show you, it'll just be done.
Now that the bed is made, we will show you the rest of the van.
So for my bikes, I like to keep them on this rack, but we also needed to get out of the way for the doors. So we have a really cool little gizmo here that is called a swing away. And what it does is it's strong enough to support the bikes with the bike rack and swing it away from the van and still have the stability that you need when it's closed to drive down the road. Once it's all clipped in, yeah, they're pretty stable. That's kind of scary, but it evens out pretty quick and everything's pretty tight, I'd say. I got a nice Thule XT Pro, I believe it's called, where it has the ability to go up and then you can also go down, which we will never use that feature, but it's there if we do need it. So yeah, that's how we store our bikes. I got a bunch of locks just hanging off the rack right now because when we're moving, I don't like to keep them locked up with the big heavy locks because it actually does wear right through the frame. Found that out the hard way.
Look at how big these pine cones are here. It's the biggest pine cone I've ever seen.
So we didn't really go through too much of like how the van actually works, those kind of things, because there's a million of those videos on the internet and you can go watch them. Maybe we'll do some of those later on, but right now we wanted to do our van tour on how we utilize our space. And for our background, we've been living in this van pretty much full time for about 4 to 5 months now. Our Sirius satellite radio just expired, so I know it's at least 3 months. And before that, we had a Winnebago Travato, which we didn't do any videos on, and we almost hated it. So we got rid of it and got the Airstream, which is coming with its own challenges in itself. So stay tuned, follow along, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications if you feel like it. And yeah, I don't know, comment below, say what's up. I'll see you guys later. I didn't notice till now, but I might have missed the leveling stick a little bit. So I'm gonna move that real quick.